Hey, welcome back to Project Centerfire. I'm Mitch, and in today's video, we're just going to drive around to all my local gun stores, the mom and pop shops, and all the big box retailers. See how hard it really is to just go in off the street and buy ammo off the shelf. They call this the great ammo shortage of 2020, and rightfully so. We've had some success in the past, the previous two videos. Let's see what we come up with today. So I had a tip that Bass Pro still had some ammo in stock, some 5.56 150 round boxes, so I'm pulling in here to go check that out, see what I can find. Fortunately, Bass Pro was just a bust. We got some bad intel on what they had in stock. Just a couple days ago I was there and they did have some rifle ammo in stock that I was looking for. They did have 5.56, they did have some 223. Store today, night and day compared to what it looked like after Black Friday. If you remember the previous video, I talked about how they had ammo for days of all sorts of different caliber. Completely different story today. So much different, in fact, that today they didn't even have one box, not one box of handgun ammunition in stock. In fact, the shelving area, the section of the ammunition department for handgun ammunition was gone. It was replaced with ammunition storage, ammo cans, small gun cases, zipper pouches. The entire section was gone. There wasn't an empty shelf or even a sticker for 9mm, 45, 357, 38, 380, nothing. It was completely gone. I find that to be very concerning because it would suggest that Bass Pro doesn't have any intention of replenishing the handgun ammunition stock anytime soon. Anybody who's worked in retail before knows that resetting a department like that can be a very time-consuming process. There's a lot of moving parts that go along with it, and they're not going to do that just on a temporary basis because they're out of stock. And just to make sure I wasn't missing anything, I did stop and talk to an associate at the store, and this is why I hate shopping at Bass Pro, especially when it comes to guns and ammunition, because they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what you have to explain to them. And it's not their fault. They haven't been properly trained. A lot of these guys that are working up there are filling in for other people. They're not gun people. But today I asked just to make sure I wasn't missing anything because they had so much the other day. Do you have any 5.56 or 223? Am I just not seeing it? The kid said, yeah, we've got a whole wall of 223 right here. And he pointed me in the direction of an end cap. There was an entire wall of 223, floor to ceiling. 223 Remington. Varmint ammunition, not what I was looking for. But I wasn't ready to give up hope just because I had no luck at Bass Pro. I walked out of there empty-handed and drove across the street to Fin Feather and Fur. I remember a while back talking to a guy when all this COVID-19 stuff started and the ammo shortage began. He said that they get shipments or trucks in on Thursdays, but they don't know what comes off the truck. They don't have any... they just kind of get what they get when the truck arrives. So today's Thursday, so I thought I'd drive across the street, see what they might have in stock. I had a little bit more success when I went there, but again, not exactly what I was looking for, but they did have some rifle ammo. They had 5.56, they had some 223, and they did have quite a bit of 9mm in stock, and some 40 Smith & Wesson, but nothing else. There was no 38, there was no 380, no 45, and the prices were quite high. So with the Fin, it's always give or take. I can usually depend on them to have 9mm in stock. I can usually depend on them to have some 223 or some 5.56. I know that I'm going to pay a little bit more when I go into the store, but they're usually going to have what I'm looking for to some extent. After I posted my last video, I had a couple people asking me how I felt about the steel case stuff, like the Tula Wolf, the 223. Honestly, I got no issues with it for plinking, target practice. Stuff like that. I buy it all the time. I shoot that steel case stuff all day long. I've never really had any issues with it except for some jamming here and there. I know for obvious reasons people that are in the reloading game don't really care for it. And I know some people that really just don't like the steel case ammo. Me personally, I have no issues with it whatsoever. And I really appreciate how available Tula specifically seems to be during this shortage. I can almost always count on finding Tula 223 to shoot out of my AR every time I go looking for ammo. Yeah, it's a little dirty, but I don't mind cleaning the guns. I clean my guns every time I go to the range. I get home, I clean my stuff. So it's really not any issue for me. So after very little success in the big stores like Bass Pro and Fin Feather and Fur, I drove around to some of the smaller, more gun-specific stores in the area. Did I have any more success? Well, stay tuned in to watch the rest of the video and find out. But before we get started with the video, hit the subscribe button below. All right, thanks again for tuning in to Project Centerfire, guys. Always appreciate the support and the love. Hope you enjoy the video. The adventure starts now. As I began my descent into the hunt for ammunition, it started off in the desolate wastelands of barren shelves and empty cabinets. As the search progressed from one empty store to the next, the same story followed. More empty shelves and more empty cabinets. Unless you were looking for shotgun shells, in which case you were in luck. 12 and 20 gauge rounds seem to be available in bulk, just about everywhere with no purchase limits. I found some hunting ammo, 7mm, 300 blackout, and 22 long rifle. And as I began to lose hope, I found some light at the end of the tunnel. I did find some 9mm, and quite a bit of it. And I found some long-lost 5.56 and 2.23. The prices were heartbreaking, as were the purchase limits, but I was desperate, so I paid the price. Hey, thanks for watching that, everyone. A little dramatic, I know, but let's be honest. Trying to buy ammo these days can be kind of a nightmare. So these are the retailers that I traveled to today, and realistically, I was only successful at one place trying to find ammunition that I actually needed that was in stock at a price I was willing to pay. That was the Finn. And even there, I wouldn't really call that a success. I was only able to purchase 3 boxes of ammunition. I got 2 boxes of Tula 223 and 1 box of Blazer Brass 9mm. Just last week, I was able to buy Tula ammo from the Finn for $9.99 a box. This week, it's jumped up to $15.99 a box. Last month, I was able to find some Blazer 9mm from the same location, $21.99 a box for a box of 50 Full Metal Jacket. Today, $27.99. So is the ammunition shortage getting worse? Well, it's not getting any better. In fact, it's getting harder and harder to find it in stock at the store on the shelf. In my opinion, finding it online, doing your homework, doing your research, getting it for that price online is still the best way to get ammunition, especially in bulk today. If you're willing to take the time and make the effort to search for the ammunition online, it is out there and it is available at regular prices. Don't believe me? Check out American Ammo and Firearms on YouTube. This guy makes it his job to get out there and search for ammo at market prices. Check it out, American Ammo and Firearms on YouTube. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks again for tuning in to Project Centerfire. Let me know in the comment section below where you're finding success buying your ammunition from. Is it better for you guys where you're at online? Is it better to find it in the store? Leave your comments in the section below and we'll talk about it. Thanks again for all your love and support on the channel. I gotta go hide the ammo I bought today in the closet. You guys are awesome, and until next time, we'll see you then.